Hello everyone. Good morning. Let's begin. So for professional communication, we people are going to begin. I think that in previous class, we people have started with syllabus, and in today's class, we people will try to complete the syllabus and remaining part, so that we can start actual teaching or learning process. Okay, so with this, I will share the screen. So you people just let me know if my voice is audible to you people clearly, as well as the screen is visible. Okay, so reply someone, is it audible and visible?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
So let's think that what syllabus we people are going to discuss. I think that in previous class we people have talked about introduction to professional communication and its CO and its course outcomes. All those points we people have discussed. So let's talk about this. Unit number one we people have, and this unit number one is presentation skills. Okay, so just try to understand that what presentation skills are. Usually presentation skills refers to the your ability to express yourself or your thought on the topic that you have prepared with the help of audio visual aids. So audio visual aids can be a PowerPoint presentation, can be videos, can be audios, or you can use pictures, charts, signs, and symbols also. So therefore, you are going to express your views or opinions or information with the help of those things. This is presentation skills. And say as a professional, so as you people are going to become an engineer, you people maybe just not only have to work there. It is not that completing task only. You people are expected to just give introductions and presentations and various kinds of functions and projects and so many tasks. In fact, engineer is a multitasking person. Okay, so you people are expected to give presentations also. So therefore you people should know how to prepare such presentations and which points, which things you people have to consider when you people are going to give presentations. So therefore this unit has been introduced for your studies. But see, though you people are studying it in this second semester, you people will be using this when you are going to become professionals. So there should not be gap that you people have studied it and you have forgotten. Like you people might be doing that earlier what you studied in semester first. Right now perhaps you might have forgotten everything, but it should not happen that what you people are going to learn about presentation skills, that is going to be useful throughout your life, not at one particular stage or not for exam only, but it will be useful for throughout your life. So therefore just to try to understand what the things you people are going to learn in this unit. So let's think of this 1.1. Here we people are going to talk about pronunciation, intonation, stress, and rhythm. So why should we study all those things? Because presentation skills, they usually refer to oral communication, or they are related with spoken English. I will say that your oral communication matters here. So oral communications means what? The way we people are using language. Right now I am talking to you. So which communication I am doing here? Oral communication. So for that we people have to think of our pronunciation. Okay. So when we talk of English language is not our native language, so we are not clear about pronunciation of all the words. So therefore we should learn them. So how do you normally learn pronunciation? You people answer me, some of you answer me. How do we get pronunciation of words? How do you learn pronunciation so far? Whatever you know pronunciation of words, how you have studied it, how you understood it? कसं शिकला तुम्ही प्रोनाउन्सिएशन? आतापर्यंत जे काही तुम्हाला प्रोनाउन्सिएशन येते ते कसं शिकला? रिप्लाय मी. और देर इज नो एनी वे दॅट यू रिमेंबर की आपल्या प्रोनाउन्सिएशन कसं आपल्याला येते हे काहीच कल्पना नाही आहे. Maybe you people have studied or you come to know about pronunciation with listening to your teachers. Is it this?
Yes, sir. Listening
Yes.
English songs and English music.
Yes. Listening songs and maybe listening to other people's speeches and videos and all those things. This way, we people came to know about the pronunciation, because right now I'm calling it presentation. Why I'm calling presentation? Because I heard it, I read it, and so therefore I know it is presentation. And so this way, so I think that there are very few people who refer to the dictionary for pronunciation. So if you want to be exact for pronunciation or you want to improve your pronunciation, instead of just listening, because what I pronounce, it may be wrong, I may be wrong, teachers may be wrong, because I know that we are from rural background, and whatever English we people were studied in schools and maybe at your junior college, it may be whatever the words and sentences we people have learned, it is by listening only. And so therefore it may be wrong, but if you refer to dictionary, you are going to get exact pronunciation of words. So therefore it is important that in your professional life, if you are going to improve your pronunciation skills, you people refer to the dictionaries to understand pronunciation of the particular word. Then let's talk about this intonation. Okay, so intonation is what? This is tone of our voice. So when I speak with you, how am I speaking with you? I'm using my voice, and this voice is not the same all the time, or it should not be rather. If you're speaking in the same tone, what is going to happen? It is going to create a monotony, or it will be, yes, Yashraj. Okay, if you have any problem, you may ask. You may feel free to ask me. You can unmute and speak, or you can send me into chat box also. But see, pay attention that unknowingly or unconsciously your mic should not be open, and in that you're talking to someone else and it is heard by all people, all other class. It should not happen. So all other people, take care, be attentive. I think that in my previous class I have told you people have to choose such a place which is calm, quiet, nobody is disturbing you, and you have to pay complete attention. Then only you people will be able to understand me. Otherwise simply it may happen that you are just joining but you are not understanding anything. Okay, so take care. So we cannot speak in same tone. Sometimes we people have to increase our voice, sometimes we have to reduce our voice, and that creates intonation or tone. So they may be it may be rising tone, it may be falling tone, and because of this rising tone and falling tone, meaning gets changed. How it gets changed, we will see it during our class. Then next, stress is there. So what do you understand by stress? The stress that you feel when things are out of your control. Is that stress? No, it is not that stress. The stress in language means that we focus on some words, some syllables, and we do not stress, we do not give emphasis on some words. So this is stress in language, and stress in our life, that stress is different. And then rhythm is there. Rhythm means that the a kind of music which is created by the continuous use of language. Perhaps you people might have studied about rhyming words or rhymes of nursery. So it creates a music. I think that's again someone unknowingly or intentionally doing these things. So if you want to say something, you can say. If you want to ask me, you can ask. Is there anything anyone would like to ask me? But don't unnecessarily unmute yourself. Mm. That may be distraction for me. Okay, all right. I think that Yashraj, you are having problem. So I think if it is not improved, this will be last warning for you, Yashraj. If you are still going to continue with this, then you will be removed from this meeting. So is it clear? Yashraj, is it audible to you? Can you reply me, Yashraj?
Yes, sir.
So I think that
हाँ सर.
your mic is unmuting and it gets me noise. काय problem आहे का
हाँ
Yashraj?
सॉरी सर. हाँ सर.
So take care. Okay, so that rhythm gets created and it's a kind of maybe will listen to that or will listen to such speech, and that is rhythmic, like maybe a music. So that rhythm gets created when we use such words into speech. Then next we'll talk about this 1.2, and this 1.2 is about presentation now. So what is presentation? Presentation, as I just told you, it can be your expression of thoughts, views, ideas, opinions with the help of audio visual aids. Okay, so you people are just making presentations now with the help of audio visual aids. As I told you that you can use PowerPoint presentation, you people can use pictures, images, you can use audios, you can use videos, you can use signs, symbols, and so many things to make your presentation effective. So if you have done MSIT, if you have done triples C, then you people might have used a PowerPoint presentation there. So you just plan your presentation with the help of content that is available. So you people have to think first of all of topic, then you people have to think of the collecting of data from different sources, from internet, from books, from websites, from magazines, journals, pictures, images that you people have to collect, and then you people have to prepare your presentation, and last step will be delivery of it. So you have to present this presentation in front of other people. Okay, so this we people will do, and in fact I'm going to ask you people that all you people are expected to prepare one presentation and deliver it in front of you. So you people can start working from right now also. So you should be ready with one presentation where you people are going to present it in front of your class. If we get time, we people will take it. Then let's go to the unit number 2. Unit number 2 is group discussion. So very important topic is this for if you're going to thinking of placements, that GD is very important. So what is GD? What is this? This is short form for group discussion. So you'll come to know what is group discussion. So what is group discussion here? In short, you'll be divided into groups. Group maybe usually 8 to 12 or 15 maybe. 15 may be a large number, it will be 12. So you people will given a topic, and you people have to discuss that topic based on your information, based on your communication, based on your behavior. Everything will be evaluated. So you people have to prepare for such things. Hi, yes, for topic for presentation, I can suggest that if you are studying any technical, for example, if you're studying, let's say, any technical topics from your subject, like B triple is there, or PPS is there, you can just see parts of computer you can take. Simple topics I'm suggesting. You can choose the progress of computer, like computer, its parts, its working, its functions, its advantages, disadvantages. Or you can choose topic like maybe from technical, I can suggest mobile, its functions, or its journey in older times, how the mobiles were, now what functions we people have. Or you can choose general topics like maybe pollution. You can choose a topic like nature, environment, or global warming, or maybe any area of your interest. If you are interested in politics, you can choose any political topic also, like how elections are conducted, or economics, or movies, or fashion, or studies. So topics are in number of topics are there, Yash. But
Okay, sir.
You
Okay,
have
no
to
problem.
choose as per your interest. If you're interested in these things, you just choose accordingly and you just
Okay, sir.
prepare.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, all right. So I was talking about group discussion. So group discussion, you people will be getting topic and topic will be given on the spot. Topic will not be given earlier so that you can prepare for it. Topic will be given on the spot. You may get 5 minutes for preparation. So people have to point down some important ideas that you have in your mind, and then group discussion will start. You people have to wait for your turn and you people have to express your thoughts. So that is group discussion. So number of things are evaluated, number of things that you should be ready with when you people are going to take part in group discussion. It is not only English communication. You people have to think of your personality, your way of expression, uh, the way you are using language. You have to be polite, courteous language should be. Then you people have to think about the types of group discussion. So we'll talk in detail about all those things. Then we people will discuss some tips to participate in group discussion and some individual traits also we people will think when you people are going to participate in group discussion. And we will conduct one mock group discussion, not one, but depending upon time, how much time we people get, based on that we people will conduct mock group discussions. So you people will get divided into 4, 5, or 8 to 10 students, and you people will get one topic. You people talk about this. Okay, so that was our unit number 2. So with this, let's go to the next slide where you people will be just getting. We are going to talk about now. Unit number 3 is there, and unit number 3 is personal interview. I think that I have explained the procedure of recruitment procedure that where first round it is of aptitude, then second round of group discussion, and in third round you people will be called for personal interview. If you qualify for first round, then you will be into second round. If you qualify second round, then you people will be for this third round. This is of personal interview or PI. In short, you can call it PI. Okay. So what is personal interview? Whether you are suitable for the particular post. Suppose that post is of junior engineer. So if you are suitable for that post, to check this, such interviews are conducted, and based on your interaction, based on your question answers, you people will be qualified. Then you people will be selected for that post. In fact, you people will get a job. So just try to understand this personal interview. When you people are going to appear for interview, you have to carry your resume with you. Without resume, you are not allowed to appear for interview. So just think how you people can make your resumes, which are important part of your again professional life, because before your resume reaches to the recruiters. So you have to create nice resumes. I think that our next unit is there. We'll talk much there. So personal interview, we'll talk about introduction of personal interview. Then what are types of interviews, like personal interview, then group interview, panel interview. So likewise, then some preparation steps we people will talk, so that you people prepare such steps or follow such steps. Then you people will be confident about interviews. Then some skill tips we people will talk, so that you people can be again uh, practicing such tips. Then you people will be just facing some interviews, and then we people will practice some frequently asked questions, FAQs, during interviews. So what preparation we people are expected to do for interview? So during interview, before interview, and after interview, all those things we people will discuss here. And here also we people will conduct mock interviews. So what is mock interview? Mock interview is nothing but that you people will be asked some questions and you people have to answer them, and you people will come to know what drawbacks you people are having, or how you are good in interview, that you will come to know. So that is mock interview that you people will conduct. Afterwards, when we finish this, we will conduct mock interviews. Okay. Then let's go to the next slide. On next slide, we people are having unit number 4. And in unit number 4, we are having writing practices second. So can you answer why this is writing practices second and why it is not first? So what will be writing practices first, or have we done it writing practices first? This is writing practices second because first we people have completed in semester first. In semester first, you people were having last unit writing practices first, where we people have completed that business letters, inquiry letter, order letter, complaint letter, then email writing, and then we people have completed paragraph writing and dialogue writing, etc. So that was all in writing practices first. So in semester second, you are having writing practices second, and in this we people are going to talk about 4.1, which is resume writing. Okay, so what is resume? I just told previously, if you are going to appear for interview, you people have to upload your resume, you have to share your resume with the recruiters, then only you people will be called for interview. Okay, so before interview you should be ready with your resume. So for resume, you people may get some concepts like this. Biodata is there, or maybe you people will be called resume, or it can be CV also. So have you heard about these three terms: biodata, resume, CV? And is there
Yes,
any difference? Yes, Abhishka.
same and biodata
Yes,
resume.
almost the same, but a little bit difference. I will explain the difference now. So they can be same, but you shouldn't consider same it, because biodata is the just basic form. This is just your personal information only here. And right now you people can create your biodata, but see, at the end of your final year, you people need to have resumes. So in resume, you people are going to add your personal contacts, like your email ID, your mobile number, then your LinkedIn profile, or maybe sometimes other profiles you can share. Then you people are going to add your career objective, why you want to work with some companies. Then you are going to give details about your academic qualification, from which university you have completed your BTech, which year, with how much percentage, or if it is CGPA, what score you have got in CGPA, or first class, second class, third class, something like this. Then about your HSC, SSC details you people need to give. Then you people have to add some details about your co-curricular activities and extracurricular activities, your achievements, then any trainings and projects that you people have completed, then your personal details, like the languages that you know. Uh, is your meeting for only 40 minutes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think that we have to ensure our attendance, because we will continue 40 minutes only. We are not going to have for 1 hour. So you people are going to add so much details in your resumes. So right now, after completion of your BTech, you people will look for resumes, and CV is a broader term. When you people will have experience of, let's say, 15 years in a particular field, let's say in engineering or any company. So that time you people are going to have your CV there. So CV means curriculum vitae, that is full form, and it carries the your entire life. So how you completed so many posts you have held, you have a lot of experience, and lots of activities you have done, workshops, seminars you have attended and host. So that time it can be your CV. So they are not same, but there is little difference. You'll come to know afterwards it. So, but you people think of resume, because resume is required for your interviews. So just start working on it. Right now, you can start working on it. Right now, you just make your own resume, and afterwards you keep it updating. Okay. So that will be in 4.1. I will talk much in details when we people will learn about resume writing. Then let's go to 4.2. So before going 4.2, let's ensure your attendance. So Atharv Deshpande, what is your roll number, Atharv? You should join with your roll number. Are you paying attention, Atharv? Is it
Yes,
audible?
sir.
What is your roll number?
20, sir.
Only 20. Okay. So let's ensure that all you people are present. I will announce absent numbers. if your number is there, you just try to say you are present for the class. So let me know roll number 5. 5 is absent. Then roll number 23, are you there? Yes, 23, Saurabh.
Yes, sir. Present.
Okay, then let me know roll number 43. Are you there? 43. 43 absent. Then let me know roll number 67. Are you there? 67 absent. 68. 68 is also absent. Okay, all right. So absent numbers are only 5, then 43, then 67 and 68. That's nice. So majority of students are there. They are attending the class. Some students may face network issue, but it's okay. So now come to the point. Again, remember the instruction that we are going to join only 40 minutes. After 40 minutes, we are not going to join back. Remember. So now let's talk about 4.2. So 4.2 is about report writing. So report writing, you people are expected to write reports, but this is not immediately right now. When you people get selected into companies and you start working in some organizations, so that time you people are expected to prepare reports, and those reports can be technical reports or non-technical reports also. It can be accident report, it can be investigation report, it can be fall in production report. So different types of reports are there. So people will talk about how to write a report, then what are types of reports, then what is structure of report, how to collect the data for writing report, then what is content of report and what is format of report. So all those things people will look for while writing a report. And then you people are expected to write a report on a event or maybe industrial visit. Because of this pandemic situation, lockdown, you people are not able to come here. Otherwise you people perhaps may go to industrial visit or some kind of visits are there or for project, and you people are expected to write project on write report on these things. Usually you people are expected to write project report. So let's see that how people can write it. Then let's talk about this precise writing. So what is this precise writing? Precise writing is nothing but just, I think that it is summary only. So main gist, main points only. I think in 12th or 10th standard, there was one question in exam, like write the summary or 1/3 summary that you people are expected to write. So precise writing is nothing but you people get in detail document and you people have to summarize it. So here you people are expected to extract main ideas, main points, main facts, and that only you people have to write down in short. So there are some techniques that we people have to follow while writing precise, and you people will get one question based on this, that people have to write down summary or write down precise of one particular paragraph or maybe one document. So that is all about unit number 4, that is writing practices second. Is it okay? Are you able to understand me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Then let's go to the last unit here. And this last unit is induction to soft skills. So try to understand, this is not introduction, okay? It is induction to soft skills. So what is induction? Induction means something that you should start with or get acquainted or get familiar with. So to with we are going to get familiar, we are going to get familiar with soft skills. So what are soft skills? What do you mean by soft skills? Do you have any idea about soft skills? So soft skills is not like that. Soft means mau and skills means kaushalya. So soft skills are mau kaushalya. No. You people have to understand these are the life skills, which means that they will tell you how you should behave, what you should do, how you take lead, and so many things that they will help you in your personal life as well as in professional life also. So soft skills are not only related to professional life, but in personal life also. You people have to understand how you people can grow. So for growth, for development, for be for getting things, for to be successful in your life, you should have some soft skills. So let's try to understand what.
Personality, we can say personality.
Yes, personal skills are there. Yes. So here in 5.1, we people are going to talk about your analysis of SWOC analysis. So who will tell me what is this SWOC? Do you have any idea what is this SWOC and what is its full form?
No, sir.
Okay, so fine. So SWOC, yes stands for your strengths. So what are strengths usually? Suppose my strength. So what could be my strength? That I'm good in communication. So English communication can be my strength. Or I'm hardworking, I'm honest, I'm punctual, I'm focused. So the things that I can do best, the things which I am perfect in. So these can be my strength. So S stands for strength. Then similarly W will stands for what then? Any guess?
Weakness.
Yes, you're right. That WL stands for weaknesses. So you people have to find out your weaknesses as well. So for here, I would like to tell nobody is perfect in this world. Not I am even, or nobody that to whom you consider a successful person, great person, or any kind of person. Every person has some kind of weaknesses. And so you people have to find out your weaknesses also. Yes, you're right, Shruti. Next, O will stands for opportunities. You're right. So what kind of opportunities we people are looking for? Based on our strengths and weaknesses, what opportunities we people can get and we can grab them and we can achieve them. So those opportunities we people have to look for. I think that this is the last minute and you people may get disconnected at any moment. But remember that we are going to stop here. And last, we'll talk about now C. So any idea what C stands for?
Challenges.
Yes.
Challenges.
Yes, all you people are right that C stands for challenges. So challenges, something that you think which is difficult for you, but not impossible. Okay, it may be require a lot of efforts. It may be requires a lot of hard work, but you can achieve it at the end. So realizing your opportunities, realizing your strengths, and realizing your weaknesses, you can face all those challenges. So that will be SWOC analysis. That you people have to do your own analysis. You have to think of your strengths. You people have to find out your